Well, I'm going to go over some of this detox with Gold Digger. she's my little cat. She's been hanging out here forever. She's got underneath there. See that? With a rug under there. So, yeah, I've been finding out this activated charcoal has been working for me extremely well. And I think this is probably the missing ingredient for me personally. I know detox is very important, but somebody once said, I actually saw this person, doesn't have many views on YouTube, and it kind of rung me a bell of truth, like, wow. It says, wow, that person's saying a lot there. She said that detoxification is likely more important than nutrification, or is more important than nutrification. So I got a lot of nutrification. I've been taking for years, I think since 2003, or maybe before that. I don't remember, so maybe 15 years, close to that. 14 years, 2017, 15 years was before that, or maybe more. I usually take Puritan's Pride. I got no problem with. There's a lot of different qualities of vitamins out there, but what you do want to do is take the activated charcoal on an empty stomach. And I knew about that. I've had this activated charcoal for years, actually. I ordered a whole bunch more. It does last many, many, many years, as long as it's tightly concealed in a container and, not in some extreme humidity or something like that. It does last many, many years. I just get Puritan's Pride. It's made, their stuff is good quality. I noticed, but there's prices out there you can find that are much higher quality. I'll give you one brand I don't really trust too much. It's Spring Valley from Walmart, but just to throw you as a side note, sometimes I take some of this B6 on top of biotin. I'll take biotin every day. I'll take vitamin D, at least 10,000 units, along with some K2, vitamin K2 every day. And I always take 30,000 units of vitamin C. Now, this vitamin C is ascorbic acid, but it's got a lot of other parts to it. Also, sometimes I'll take niacin. Now, if you're going to detox, niacin is a very, very important aspect of it, and vitamin C. And I do mega vitamin C every day. Sometimes I'll get on a kick where I'll take mega vitamin niacin for quite a while, which could be, 3 to 5 grams a day. It's quite a bit, right? That's, in other words, 6 to 10 of those tablets, which is already, each tablet is about 10 times what they supposedly need. But niacin is a detoxer, and I'll explain that angle. It'll detox from the inside of the cells. And, in other words, toxins are trapped inside fat cells. As a matter of fact, fats aren't always formed due to excess calories. Fats are often formed due to protect the body's vital organs and vital functions from the ravages of toxins. We are exposed to toxins left and right today. That's one of our big problems. We got everything else where we got heating and cooling systems, filtered water, even if, you say city water. I got well water, but say it's city water, you can use activated charcoal in a filter to filter the water fine. And actually, this activated charcoal is the same stuff that's inside the water filters. It's also the same stuff that's used inside the chemical, nuclear, biological gas mask that the military uses. Also, the CPOC suits, the chemical protective outer garments that the military uses for their mission-oriented protective postures. Well, how it works is it adsorbs toxins. Adsorb meaning not absorb. Absorb is like a sponge. It'll trap it in there, but it can be squeezed out. Adsorb means once it's trapped in there, it's locked in there, so it gets pulled out. Now, one thing I did not know till recently, and I says, wow, a light bulb clicked on with this, is that when they say activate it, right? That means it's negatively charged. And I says, bing, that's where the light bulb came on, because then I started making, I knew what positively and negatively charged meant far as what the body functions are. Negatively charged is alkaline. when you have an alkalizing food or an alkalized body, slightly alkalized body, your human cells are half a volt negative, and that's their normal function, right? When toxins and microbes and the bad stuff, cancerous cells and all that type of stuff are positively charged. Now, I don't know if this is going to, I guess if you're taking this and it was cancerous, you had cancer of the colon, I assume this would help, because it would get in touch with, it would actually contact that cancer, and since it's the opposite charge of the cancer, it should help. But the thing is, this actually could help with cancer, because cancers are aggravated by and often caused by toxins, right? That's one of the things when they say this, when they label something, this ingredient or this substance may cause cancer, right? They give you those labels. Toxins are why cancers get started. I don't know exactly what the mechanism is, but that's also why niacin works well. This is the true niacin, nicotinic acid, which is like the type that gives you the flush. But that's why niacin works well. That's why green leafy vegetables, broccoli, and things like that contain the B vitamins, especially niacin, can help with cancer. It's not like they're working against cancer directly. What they're doing is they're removing the toxins that aggravate or help cause the cancer. That's the ticket. Now, with this negatively charged, it makes me wonder, how much more it can even do effectively against even something like cancer, because the microbes in your gut that are forming, there's good microbes and bad microbes. The good ones are absolutely essential to life, but the good microbes are negatively charged. So even though they can get trapped up in the charcoal capsules, the good microbes are repelled by the charcoal capsules, because the charcoal capsules, the activated charcoal, is negatively charged. So you're really going to be hammering the bad microbes by taking this stuff, not the good ones. But I don't think it's, you see, I would not take this every single day. But if you took it like a few days, and then you stopped it for a few days, or you did it 4 days a week, and you did it just on an empty stomach, and you took like over a period of 4 hours, like a little more than a gram, 1 hour, and then a gram, then a gram, then a gram, say like 4 grams in a day for 4 days a week, right? Each day 4 grams, a gram an hour on an empty stomach. I doubt you could probably do that indefinitely, as long as it's like you're giving your body a break. In other words, 4 days of doing this, then 3 days not every week, and just doing it on an empty stomach, just with 4 grams, not at all at once, but in say 4 doses. That would actually be ultra safe. You're not going to have a problem there, because all the recommendations I saw were far in excess of that, and that's about what I'm doing. But even that worked for me, because when I'm trying to add vitamin C or add niacin, yeah, maybe they could be causing toxins to go inert, but maybe there's so many toxins that they need to be really trapped and pulled out. That's the difference between this. So anyway, sneezed, trying to hold it back. But yeah, the deal is, to me, this is the best thing in the world, man. I just can't believe it. Now, like I said, no one thing is perfect. That's the deal. But this was the main thing I was missing, and that's a real important phrase to remember, that detoxification is more important than nutrification. Although you can't say nutrification is not important or vital even, right? But toxins are what's killing us, especially in the modern world. So there she is. Well, she's happy under here. She's been here, and little gold digger. I brought her in a little. The last time just as a side note, the last time I brought her in, she went nose to nose with Rocky. She did not hiss, but she didn't want to be inside. She meowed to go outside. So whatever. Oh, whatever. Let her do what the hell she wants. But she don't go nowhere, so I ain't afraid to leave her outside. But to me, this is going to be my program from now on. And if you're heavily toxified, you can really take, it sounds nuts, but, you could take, well, it would be really this whole bottle really is 100 capsules, because 2 capsules is 560 milligrams. 100, they say you could take up to 50 grams of this, no problem. So that would be a little more than 100 grams. I would never take that much, but that goes to show you how much you can really take. It's not toxic. This stuff is very inert. The one problem it can cause is constipation, but if you're drinking a lot of water, especially if you're drinking some water and then you're adding some vitamin C to it, or say you eat an apple, and you're not going to have that problem. I know some people seem to, I can't see how that problem would ever really be if you're drinking enough water taking this. But if you're severely detoxed, don't worry about going just up to the 4 grams I'm doing a day. You can go 10. It ain't going to be a problem. But, once you get onto a maintenance thing, I'm sticking with 4 grams in a day, 1 gram per hour on an empty stomach for 4 hours. And I'll do that 4 days a week out of 7. Now, obviously, that's definitely erring on the side of caution. Pretty damn far on the side of caution, where I'm not going to have a problem with anything. Then I'm always taking the minerals and vitamins after that, a couple hours after that. So it's not going to interfere with anything. Then there's going to be 3 days out of the week where I'm not doing this. But I think that's enough to really be on a real safe side with detoxification for maintenance. And again, vitamin C is very powerful for detoxification. So is niacin. Now, you might get into a situation where I've been feeling more energy, and maybe these, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what it is. I guess the toxins, it's almost like if you got a poison in you, you feel like you're sluggish. That's probably what the hell it was all along. And there was just, no matter how much vitamin C I took and niacin, I guess it wasn't really pulling it out the way this stuff is, because this stuff like latches onto it and just takes it outside your body. It just worked a lot faster. And by the way, if you're if you're going to be taking, say for instance, I'd say this one, vitamin C, Nature's Way Alive, and Nicotinic Acid, true niacin, that, and also if you're into like looks and stuff, I take biotin, 5,000 mcg, micrograms, and that's another one for, it's not just they call it the beauty vitamin, it's not just hair, skin, and nails, but it's also helps with metabolism, metabolizing carbohydrates, so that can also help you with some energy too. But boy, is she happy. Look at her. Look at that little cat. Oh man. I'm going to probably, I know I got cat vitamins, I might put not a full capsule, but maybe a quarter capsule sprinkled in their food once in a while. That might not be a bad idea. Not every day, but just enough to take some of the garbage out. Because I don't know what, I know it's not going to hurt. It's definitely, it doesn't hurt anybody. As a matter of fact, even this stuff, charcoal, like if you have, just as a side note, one of the reasons too we were a lot healthier back in a day before we got into modern living, was that people grew their own gardens. You say, oh yeah, it's grow their own gardens, it's organic, no pesticides, no herbicides. But people used to also cook with fire, which was wood burning, right? Wood burning stoves. And what they would do was they would take the ashes from the fire and put it in the garden. So all those ashes contained all the trace minerals. The minerals wouldn't leave the tree. The trees and stuff would be pulling in the minerals from the soils, and it would go back into the soil, plus the carbon. Actually, this carbon that's not activated carbon's only been around about 100 years. It's been around since the early 1900s. Sears and Roebuck used to sell it by like a whole bunch of it for, and they used to say age digestion, you know, a million different things. You could put this on your skin to pull out toxins. I know about that. I knew about that stuff. I did not pick up on exactly what activated meant, and I says, oh my God, it's positively charged. It's negatively charged, so it's going to pick up. Why did I say that backwards? I was thinking about the positive ions. I got positive microbes and toxins. I was getting ahead of myself. It's negatively charged, therefore it attracts all the positively charged microbes and toxins. Generally speaking, all microbes and toxins are positively charged. The good microbes are negatively charged, so it's not going to really pull those in. So this thing, for the money, is like wonder. And I swear to God, I've seen studies a while back where they did this thing, because I know this Cliff High guy put out about this C60 in carbon activated, when it's not activated. It's, well, you can call it activated charcoal, activated carbon, same damn thing, right? The C60 carbon or charcoal, that's not activated. It's C60 means it's spherical. It's a spherical type thing. The activated is probably stronger than the C60. Now I know they did this study on lab rats where they live twice as long, but there have been studies with activated charcoal where lab rats live to be 30% to 100% longer lives. Now rhodiola root, which the Russians are freaking messing around with, which the Russians have put studies out. It's been around a long time. It's been shown to give lifespan of 20% longer. Except nobody put it out on a popular thing where, you know, hey, go get everybody buy it, you know. A lot of things can give you a lot more life. They assume, like I told you about vitamin C, if we produced our own vitamin C in our bodies versus just taking it orally where you can't absorb it all the time as well, if you actually produced it in your body and went right directly into the cells, look at this cat, instead of living 3 to 4 times our maturity age, so maybe, you know, 75 to 100, or whatever that would be, we would live to be, or 60 to 100, whatever the hell it is, and we would live 8 to 10 times our maturity age, which would be about 160 to 250. In other words, when you're 100 years old, you'd be like, I don't know, 48. Literally, biologically. How's that? If we could do that. Niacin, by detoxifying, is actually slimming down. I'm throwing a lot of garbage in this video while we're at it. Is actually slimming down the midline. They've shown where people take a lot of niacin, they'll have less midriff internal body fat, where you don't want it the most, right? You say, oh, melt bad body fat. You know why niacin does that is because the body fat cells that trap toxins, if there's a lot of toxins in them, it'll cause the cells to explode, and then those toxins get released. That's why you need activated charcoal and vitamin C to really, you know, mop those toxins up. So Miss Kitty Cat is extremely happy. She seems to be getting along better. And I'm not afraid to leave her out here because she seems like she doesn't want to go anywhere. You think she's nesting, but she's not. She's not. She's been fixed. Fixed before I even had her, so I don't know. Whatever's going on here. But anyway, to me, I ordered a whole bunch of this stuff. And I know they got the type with the activated charcoal made with hardwood. They got the activated charcoal made with coconut shells. You know, Puritan Pride, I don't know what the hell it is. I think it's from hardwood. Either one's good. You know, I trust that brand. It's not screwed up. I don't trust Spring Valley from Walmart. I don't think there's a problem with this B6, but I read other things where the FDA checked a lot of Walmart, Walgreens, Target, and GNC supplements, and there were a bunch of fake stuff in there. But Puritan Pride, that's all they make. Swanson Vitamins, that's all they make. Nature's Way, no problem. They're not extremely expensive supplements, because you could pay a lot of money for supplements, and I don't know what the hell you get sometimes. You know, I know you get better, just good stuff and bad stuff, but the good stuff don't need to be 10 times more than other brands that are good stuff. Do whatever you want. You know, that's the way I look at it. You know, there's a limit to how high you want to pay for quality. You know, that's the way I look at it. All right, kitty. I think she's going to wind up being an extremely good cat. She didn't have no problem with Rocky this morning, so. But you want to be outside. But you see, she's got, that's a doubled up towel. That's a little pink thing. She's got a towel there, and this is a bathroom rug that has like the rubber cushion on the bottom too. So she's well insulated in there. And you notice it goes up against the wall a little bit. Yeah, she's happy as anything. And she's got treats over there. She's got food up on a car here. I even carry her up there. So anyway, and by the way, you know, this guy I read, if you ever look at the Guinness World Book for longevity for cats, this guy, he had one cat that lived to be 38, and he just took the whole place where they were going to kill off the cats in the adoption place. He took all of them, you know. I forget, it was like 50 cats or something. He got one of them lived to be 38. He actually got another one to live to be, I think, 33 or 34 with his own special diet. That's why cats, even the domesticated cats, used to live to be 7, 8, 10 years. Maybe 12 was a real long time. Now, typically, a lot of times they're living past 20. But this guy did it 30-something. No problem. So, I mean, I think the same thing applies with humans. We got better sanitation. We got, you know, we wash our clothes, we take showers and all this kind of stuff. You can even do special baths with detox. I think the limit, even without doing anything special, where humans can probably live way past 120, and when they're about 70, it might be like they're 38. See what I'm saying? Even today, without nothing really special. And that's the same with these animals too, these little furry friends of ours and stuff. So, but that's one of the things that's like killing us is toxins. So that's your remedy, excuses, you know, for the toxins. That's a good remedy. It's part of it. The vitamin C is another part to help detoxify, and the niacin. That part was the part I was missing. Boy, did that really freaking work well. I mean, amazing to me. Very amazing. But again, I'm still taking 30,000 units of vitamin C every day. I'm actually almost taking a double dose of that Nature's Way Live, even though it's a max. I'm taking niacin, I'm taking B6, biotin, I'm taking vitamin D3, 10 to 20,000 units with vitamin K2. I'm taking rhodiola root. Different types of oils, coconut oil, flax oil, fish oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil, curcumin, turmeric, garlic, you name it, man. Oregano. I was never taking that stuff. I knew about it. I had it for an emergency. I never thought of it as using it as part of, you know, a semi-daily regime. And like I said, doing it 4 days on, 3 days off, and not extreme amounts on an empty stomach, that's definitely way below any kind of danger level where it's going to be pulling out possibly good minerals, because you know, I take all the other stuff too, so it's real important to remove the toxins. And I thought I was doing a good job by just taking a lot of vitamin C and niacin, but apparently that's taking them out where, I don't know, it's in your GI tract, your intestines, and whatever the hell it is. It's really helped a great deal. Alright, dear little nose. Anyway. She definitely knows she found a home now. Boy, she knows she found a home. God, she's like glue. It's the most non-wandering cat I ever saw in my life. Anyway, she's going to be a really good cat. I think she's going to get along with my other friends too inside.